Here.
Smudge sticks are said to have spiritual properties that have traditionally been used to prevent illness, ward off negative energy, or cleanse a space.
Now, here to help us channel our inner magic ahead of Halloween is Forager Feebee. Good morning to you, Forager.
Love this. Love the
These,
cape.
hold that. Now, these are our smudge sticks. So what are they?
These are smudge sticks. So these are a collective, a bundle, effectively, of dried plants. So all plants have their own little energies that come to it. So you know yourself, like if someone was to give you roses, it's to symbolise love.
Right.
All plants have their own symbology. So what we do is with these, we literally collect dried plants and create energy cleansers.
When I see these, I think of the women going around their room saging. Isn't that what it's called? Going like this all around the room.
Yes, yeah. So saging, though, refers to actually using a bundle that's made purely of sage.
And that's Native American.
That is, yeah. That's what the Native Americans would have actually used. Over here, we wouldn't have actually used them a huge amount. It would have been done in Scotland, and so it would have been like then passed around throughout the Celtic regions, and it was called seining. Seining. But if I was to tell you we're going to go seining today, Mirren, you wouldn't have.
I quite like the sound of that. It's like, will I be sane after I do this? I love it.
Now, there's different herbs, different things here that for different properties.
So I brought you a couple of different ones that we're going to make our own ones. You're going to make your own seining stick today.
So I've lavender.
You've got lavender.
What has Mirren got here?
Mirren has St. John's wort.
Yeah.
And I have thyme. So this is like just to show that you can even
throw that in your stew.
Use the ones that are, at the end of the ones that you have. You can just hang them up and dry them like that, and they'll dry and they'll go crunchy, and then you have them to use, and you can actually create your own seining stick from them like that. So instead of going, oh, I'm after killing that plant and flinging it into the compost, you can actually still
just dry them out.
Just dry them out.
Now, so I've lavender here. Now, lavender is for healing. Innocence. What do you mean innocence?
So, generally it can be used with children as well. So just, for nice energies for children. This one will protect you from bad nightmares and bad energy. Mirren's one has a protection and healing property as well. But
off she goes.
She's gone. Okay, right. Well, then since we're ahead of the game, all you're going to do is you're going to get it into your hand and form your index finger to your thumb, so that's how you know you've got enough in it. And that's how you know you've got enough. And then what you can do is you can actually start just literally wrapping the string, but you're binding it tight to keep all of them together, right? So once you have them together in a little bundle at the end,
then work its way up.
Then you start to snake it around like that, and wrap it around itself a couple of times.
What would your favourite be?
Oh, well,
of your smudging.
I love one called mugwort, and that's it. It's over there beside the pumpkin there.
And what's that do?
And that one there is one, I suppose, the most witchiest of all.
Oh,
so it will bring on very, very vivid dreams. So
why do you want vivid dreams?
Well, if you want to, I suppose, speak to somebody who might have passed, or if you want to, I suppose, ask questions out into the universe. It tends to give you nice dreams and give you little symbols of what's coming. That is looking gorgeous.
Oh, there we go, it's done.
What you can do then is with your scissors, you can kind of trim the ends off. It depends. Some people like to have them quite jiggly looking and raggedy ends. And then some people like to have them quite formed.
Okay, there you go.
And you can actually make it nice and tight. And then what you do is then you light it and you will sage around.
Do we have a lighter?
I don't have a lighter.
Ah, no.
We can use this.
Pretend. Now, you were
saying
saying
you still do it like the same.
Yes,
so in your room.
Exactly the same
So
thing.
with St. John's wort, say if I'm going home today.
Yes.
And I start doing this around my house. What's that going to, what's that bringing?
So it's actually a lovely one for people who might be suffering with anxiety or depression. It's one that actually brings really nice calming energy into your life.
Calming energy.
Yes. Yeah. I like to think of this kind of a process not as let's push out all the negativity, but more so let's bring in all some nice things.
I love that.
So
I see people do these online all the time, and they're like this. How long? Like you light it?
It'll go out. The flame will burn off very, very quickly, and it'll just start to smoulder. And it's that smoke, and then it'll actually start to put itself out quite quickly.
Okay.
It's not something
that's
going to
keep relighting it. Then?
You can keep using it.
Yeah, you can keep one of these will last you for a hell of a long time. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to use it for your energy, and then I have my little cauldron that I will end up putting it out in.
Okay. Now you've cauldron and you were mentioning witchy. You love the witchy.
That's my witchy one, yeah.
You are a witch.
Yes, I'm a green witch.
So tell me the difference between
White witch.
A white witch, a black witch, a green witch.
Well, the black witches tend to be the ones that Disney made up about us. So we tend to have warts on our noses and black cats. I have a black dog, though. But a green witch is somebody who works with nature. So it's not necessarily someone who casts a lot of spells, but it's somebody who just listens to nature. That's what informs me in my life. And that's something that I go to depending on my mood. If I really, really delved into this whole part of my life after I lost my dad. So actually being able to connect with nature was something that helped me through grief. So that's where this has actually come from for me. I've always been a nature nut, but to be able to actually connect with nature has helped to calm me and heal me with my grief.
That is so beautiful.
Are you part of a coven?
Yes. I am part of a coven, yes. So for most of the year, I'm a solitary green witch, so I tend to do my nice little practices. And I come in here every month and I talk about the lovely things that I'm doing. That's a whole form of green witchcraft. So all these lovely things helping people heal with plants. But with my coven now, the Samhain, this is basically our biggest celebration of the year.
Yes.
So I am heading over to Sligo and I will be having a lovely little ceremony in the forest with flames and calling corners and welcoming in the new season, because these things, people think of witches in forests lighting fires and think it's something very malevolent. It's actually not. It's thanking for the harvest that we've just had.
It's that Shakespearean idea of it with the tub of bubble boiling.
Exactly. It's a much more beautiful process.
But did you, because I think it's interesting with the coven, how did you find your coven?
So actually, while I was studying herbalism, the ladies and the gentleman who taught me over in the herbalist apothecary over in Sligo, we literally just found this fantastic bond together. And it just so happened we all came from north, south, east and west, and that automatically formed these corners.
The common phrase.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm actually going to give it a try today. I'm going to take one home and I'm going to light it and go around the house. Do you say anything as you're doing it?
Oh, I would always say, welcoming in goodness into my life.
Well, here's the goodness we're welcoming in here. We're welcoming the goodness.
What a shower of absolute witches.
Forager Feebee, thank you so much.
Find out more online. People can
Forager.ie on Instagram and on website.
That's all from us today. Coming up, get ready for